9 elements of English fluency. Are you ready? Well then, let's jump right in. Element number 1. Element number 1 is very important. Idiomatic expression mastery. Learning and correctly using common English idioms and phrases. You want to speak English fluently. You want to sound like a native English speaker. You want to be confident when you speak English. The first element you must master is idiomatic expressions. You must be able to use the idioms, the phrases that native English speakers actually use. Why is this so important? Here is reason number 1. It bridges the gap between textbook English and authentic speech. Listen, my friend, you are intelligent, you are amazing. But it's not fair to you when people look at you and wonder what you're saying, or when you feel uncomfortable because it seems like others don't understand you. One of the main reasons is that you might be using textbook English instead of real life English. That is why element number 1 is so important. You have to master idioms. Idioms are the terms, the phrases that we as native English speakers use. Reason number 2 for the first element being so important. It helps avoid literal translations from your native language. When you learn the right idioms, you won't translate word for word from your own language. I remember when I was actually learning Korean, a little story time. Stay till the end though. Story time. I remember when I was learning Korean and I was in level 1, and in English we say take a shower. Now I was trying to translate that literally, take a shower. But in Korean, that does not make sense. In Korean, it's 샤워하다, right? But if I translate that directly, that's do a shower. I'm not doing a shower. Remember, you have to learn based on the language, based on the phrases, the idioms that are used in the language, not the phrases you are used to in your own language. Just an example of the importance of not translating word for word. This is why it's important to learn the idioms, English idioms. Reason number 3, it makes conversation sound more natural to native speakers. When you start using lots of idioms, I, as a native English speaker, will say, okay, come on now, English. Yes, you're doing well. It makes it feel more natural. So again, element number 1 is idiomatic expression mastery. Master idioms. Now remember, everything that I'm teaching you, everything I teach you each week, you can find it in my app, the English with Tiffani app. You can download it for free and you can start practicing what you're learning each week with me. Join thousands upon thousands of students around the world. I want you to master the English language. So, element number 2. Element number 2 is paraphrasing skills. Ooh, I love this one. Paraphrasing skills. So, your ability to express the same idea in multiple ways. Again, paraphrasing skills, your ability to express the same idea in multiple ways. For example, I can say, ooh, my mom's cooking is amazing. Or I could say, my mom's cooking, woo-wee, is out of this world. I could also say, my mom's cooking is outstanding. I said the same thing 3 different ways. This is element number 2 of English fluency. So why is this so important? Why do you as an English learner need to master this element? Reason number 1, it overcomes vocabulary limitations when specific words aren't known. My friend, this happens all the time. You're speaking to someone. You're speaking in English and you want to express yourself, and all of a sudden, your mind goes blank. When you master this element, paraphrasing skills, instead of just sitting there not being able to say anything, your brain will give you another option, another way of saying what you're trying to say. Here's the second reason. It develops flexibility in communication style. Hey, you can be flexible. There's not just one way to say anything. There are many ways to say the same thing. And reason number 3, it enhances problem-solving abilities in conversations. English is not easy, but I'm your teacher and I'm here to help you. I'm also going to tell you the truth. English is challenging. When you master paraphrasing skills, it will enhance your problem-solving abilities. So when you face a challenging situation, when all of a sudden you can't think of a word, your brain will kick in because you've been practicing how to paraphrase, how to say things in a different way. Element number 2, paraphrasing skills. Element number 3, smooth conversation transitions. This refers to smooth navigation between topics in conversation. Now, I'm sure you've heard this happen before, and you've probably watched a drama, a television show, or a movie where people are speaking English and it seems like their conversation started on one topic and then went to a different topic and then another topic and then wrapped back around to the original topic, but it happened so seamlessly, so smoothly, so fluid. Everything was fine. This is element number 3. Being able to transition within a conversation naturally and smoothly. Here are the 3 reasons why this is so important. Reason number 1, it prevents awkward pauses and communication breakdown. So someone asks you, hey, how was your day? You say, oh, my day was good. Okay. What's the next follow-up question? What's the next follow-up statement? What's the next transition? My day was good. Oh, you know, I did see this movie that I thought was good. Wait, have you seen this movie? Natural transition. My day was good. I saw a movie. Have you seen this movie? Do you like this type of movie? Smooth transitions eliminate awkward pauses. Reason number 2. It creates more cohesive and engaging interactions. Just now, I went from saying my day is good to, hey, I watched this movie. And I'm sure you were probably curious, oh, what movie did Tiff see? I gripped you. I grabbed your attention. Again, it creates more cohesive and engaging interactions. Reason number 3. It signals increased proficiency to conversation partners. When you, my friend, are able to make these smooth transitions during the conversation, the person listening to you will feel like your English is absolutely amazing. Wow, your English is really good. You're really proficient. Notice I didn't say it's about the number of words you've used or the number of expressions you've memorized. Those things are important. But you have to master this 3rd element of English fluency. And when you do, it will prove to others, wow, you are really proficient. Element number 4. Element number 4 is also very important. Receptive skill expansion. Again, receptive skill expansion. What in the world, Tiff? You're probably saying? Don't worry, it's simple. We're referring to comprehension. So, comprehending increasingly complex and faster speech. You notice how I sped up those last 3 words? Again, your ability, number 4, element number 4 is about your ability to comprehend increasingly complex and faster speech. I've had students tell me, Tiff, when I first started studying with you, I could understand a little bit. I could follow along a little bit. Fast forward a few months, now I can understand you completely. When you do story time, I understand everything. And during story time, I speak at a faster pace. Why? I want you to get used to the speed that native English speakers actually speak at. You got it? Element number 4, receptive, or helping you comprehend faster and understanding faster speech. Why is this important? Reason number 1. It develops the ability to follow native speed conversations. It develops this ability in you to understand, to follow along, to not get nervous, to not get frustrated, but to actually understand. Reason number 2, it improves your understanding of reduced forms and connected speech. What does this mean? So when I'm teaching you English, I normally slow down a bit. I'm speaking at a regular pace, but I'm enunciating. I'm making sure that each and every word that I'm saying is clear and you are able to understand. Now I'm going to switch it. let's say I say, I am going to switch my speaking speed. Normal. I'm going to switch my speaking speed. I'm going to switch my speaking speed. I said the same thing, but very fast. I almost got a tongue twister right there. But I said it very fast. Why? I want to help you understand that native English speakers use connected speech. I am going to. I'm gonna. I am going to. I'm gonna. So when you make sure you master this element, receptive skill expansion or comprehending fast speech, it will also improve your English fluency. Reason number 3. It prepares you for real world listening challenges. When you get to the real world, when you come to visit America, when you're around native English speakers, they are going to be speaking very quickly. The more you practice, the more you master this element, the less stressed you will be, the happier you'll be, the more confident you'll be. And as this improves, so will your English fluency. Element number 5, functional language fluency. Functional language fluency. In other words, mastering language for specific purposes. Requesting, suggesting, etc. This is where you are focusing on a specific skill, a specific topic in order to improve your English. I have a program where I help students each month by focusing on a topic and they master that topic. They learn the English phrases, the expressions, the words related to that topic. Again, functional language fluency. Let me explain why this is so important. Reason number 1, provides ready-made language chunks for common situations. It gives your brain a platform. Hey, what I'm going to be inputting is related to this topic. So later on, if this topic comes up, this is what we need to use. Reason number 2, it improves social effectiveness in everyday interactions. When you feel confident, when you feel like you have what is needed, the database about a specific topic, when you get to a real life situation, you won't be nervous. I studied this topic. I know words related to this topic. And it will enhance your interactions. And reason number 3, it builds confidence for handling practical situations independently. We're talking about English fluency, but notice these elements are about your confidence, your listening skills. Fluency is not just about the number of words that you know. Again, the 5th element, building confidence to handle practical situations independently. The 3rd reason for this element. Now let's move on to the 6th element. But before we do, I mentioned that I have a program where I help English learners like you around the world each month. If you want to join us, you can join me in the Speak English Like a Native course. Now, each month, I give you a new topic. If you want to join us, go to speakenglishwithtiffani.com/SELN. Once again, speakenglishwithtiffani.com/SELN. Each month, you get a brand new topic and you master that topic. You watch videos, you listen to conversations related to this topic. Now let's move on to element number 6. Element number 6 is self-correction techniques. Listen, self-correction techniques. I know as an English learner, you want to have a teacher sitting by you each and every day. You want to have a native English speaker correcting each and every word. But there is power in self-correction. So the 6th element, again, self-correction techniques. Developing awareness of and ability to fix your personal speech errors. Let's dive deeper into this. Why is this so important? Reason number 1, it reduces dependency on teacher feedback. I just mentioned that. I know I've been a teacher for a long time. I have taught literally thousands upon thousands of students in person and online. And I know how much you want a teacher to be with you. I know that you want a teacher right by your side each and every step of the way. But my friend, you cannot forget the power of self-correction. You have to learn how to recognize your own mistakes and how to correct them. Reason number 2, this actually, listen, I'm trying to help you. I want you to speak English fluently, baby. Reason number 2, it speeds up language development through self-directed practice. In other words, even if you are living in an area and there are no native English speakers around you, even if you're the only one speaking English, you can still learn how to speak English fluently. This speeds up your language development as you correct yourself. I know it sounds wild, but it's true. Reason number 3, it creates habits for continued growth beyond formal instruction. Again, I mentioned earlier, I have this course where each month I'm giving a new topic and students from around the world are studying this topic. Now I'm giving the content, but you have to study the content. This is the relationship. The same is true when it comes to self-correction. You learn something, now correct yourself. This is part of the process, the relationship, the information you found, the teacher you're watching online, the book you're reading, and then you have to put in the effort to correct yourself. Again, teachers are great. I'm a teacher. Hey, but self-correction is powerful. Number 6, self-correction techniques. Element number 7, strategic competence. Again, strategic competence. In other words, developing workarounds for language limitations. Remember, earlier I mentioned, and then also in a previous lesson, that sometimes you're in situations where your mind just goes blank. You forget the words. You're not sure what to say, but in those moments, you have to learn how to pivot, how to continue speaking using other words. Again, developing workarounds for language limitations. Maybe you don't know as many words as your classmate or someone else, but use what you do know and figure out how to work around. Reason number 1, why this element is so important. It builds resilience when facing communication challenges. Listen, English fluency is not just about memorizing tons of words and expressions. Yes, it's important to know many words and expressions, but you have to improve your ability to trust yourself. Listen to me. Confidence is important, and this builds resilience when you are able to work around, not get stuck when your mind goes blank, but work around. That actually will build resilience and more confidence and improve your fluency. Reason number 2, maintains conversation flow despite vocabulary gaps. Hey, you might not remember that vocabulary word, but use a different one, connect it, and keep moving. Reason number 3, it increases your willingness to take communication risks. In order to speak English fluently, you're gonna have to make mistakes. You're gonna have to try, like maybe this will work, maybe that will, maybe it won't, but try. Being more resilient results in confidence, results in more English fluency. You can do it. Element number 7, again, strategic competence. Element number 8, contextual vocabulary deployment. In other words, using appropriate vocabulary based on situation and audience. Remember, earlier I mentioned, once again, in my program, I've helped students giving them a topic and then words related to that topic. So as you're studying, my friend, again, my program or another program is totally okay. As you're studying, make sure you're learning words, you're learning expressions, you're learning idioms, you're learning concepts, phrases related to a topic. This is how your English fluency will improve. Reasons. Reason number 1, it demonstrates awareness of register and formality levels. When you learn the right words and expressions for a topic, you'll also understand when and how to use those terms. Reason number 2, it prevents communication misunderstandings in specific contexts. When you know the right terms to use for a specific topic, you will be less susceptible to making mistakes. And number 3, It promotes cultural sensitivity and social awareness. Again, when you've learned things in a group related to a topic, you won't use the wrong word because you've learned the right words for the right situations. Learning things in context is key to learning how to finally speak English fluently. Element number 9, real-time processing capacity. Thinking and responding in English without mental translation. If I asked you right now, hey, my friend, yeah, you, hey, what's your name? Boom. You would say it without hesitation. If I say, hey, where are you from? Boom. You would answer without hesitation. You're not thinking in your language and translating it to English. You just know the answer. Real-time processing capacity. Again, we're speaking about how you can finally speak English fluently. 3 reasons. Reason number 1. This eliminates processing delays in conversation. The more you practice responding quickly, processing things in your head very quickly instead of translating, the less delay you'll experience. Reason number 2. Reason number 2 is creating authentic, natural sounding dialogue. Not pausing, not hesitating, but just continuing the conversation. And number 3, it reduces mental fatigue during English interactions, specifically extended English interactions. If you're having your brain translate into your native language, then think of a response and then translate that back to English, you're going to be overwhelmed. So again, element number 9, real-time processing capacity. My friend, I hope this lesson helped you. Don't forget, if you want to continue studying with me based on a topic each month with a brand new topic, all you have to do is go to speakenglishwithttiffany.com/SELN. Each month, I'll give you a new topic and provide you with new terms and much more to help you speak English fluently. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I will talk to you in the next one. You still there? You know what time it is. It's story time. Hey. I said it's story time. All right. This story, I have told this story before, but it's so hilarious, I have to mention it again. So, I enjoy delicious food. My favorite is Indian, then comes Thai, and then comes Mexican. But I also love Caribbean food, West Indian food. Give me a roti any day. Give me a roti. Yes, I will take it. I love it. So there was this Caribbean spot, this Caribbean restaurant, and they had, I kid you not, the best roti I had ever tasted. And the lady, actually, my mom knew the lady. The lady used to work with my mom at the hospital, but she was an amazing cook. She was actually Guyanese. If you're from Guyana, hey. And she opened a restaurant. Now, when I cannot put into words how good this food was. Literally, every seasoning was perfect. You know how you eat something sometimes and say, oh, I mean, it's good, right? Like, it's not bad. It's good, right? Your voice goes high pitched. I mean, it's okay. No. This food, oh my goodness. You would take a bite and just pause. And in that pause, you were thanking the Lord and you were appreciating everything that's happening in your mouth. That's how good the roti and the curry that she put, everything was amazing, but there was a catch. Now, remember I said everything was delicious. It wasn't close to my house. The location, it was close to my school at the time. And then even after I graduated, I kept going there because it was so delicious. So there was one catch. When you walked into the restaurant, there was a menu on the board. A menu. It told you what the roti price was. It told you what you could put in the roti, which mix you wanted, right? You wanted curry. I'm vegetarian, so I had always the vegetable curry. I didn't have the goat, or even though I heard everything was delicious. So it was on the wall. The menu was there. So you would walk in, remember there's a catch. You would walk in, again, excited, mouth watering, your money is ready, you're excited, right? You walk in and the lady would be at the front, right? At the cash register. And again, you know me, I smile, hey, how you doing? I smile all the time, right? You'd walk in, prepared to, make your order. Every once in a while though, you'd have a question, right? You walk in, you look at the menu, you see the prices, and you just wonder, hey, can I add this? Or, hey, I see that this is available. Do you all also have this? So I walk in, and this was my first, this was the first of many experiences. Again, this was the first of many experiences with the catch. Food, 10 out of 10. I said, hey, she said, hi. I said, oh, okay. Maybe she's busy. I would like to place an order, but I had a question about, she said, whatever's on the menu is what we have. Whatever the price is what it is. Tell me what you want. I said, oh, I guess this is. What do you want, baby? What do you want? Do you know what you want? Yes. Can I have the vegetable roti, please? Yes, that'll be $15. Oh, here's $15. Take some money. Okay, 15 minutes, it'll be ready. Sit down. That's the catch. You're not giving up. You're not getting, hey, how are you? Welcome to our establishment. Yes. How can I help you? No. You are getting, what do you want? Here's the price. Sit down and I'll give it to you. Now, here's the thing. I am big on customer service. I think it's very important to be kind to everyone as they walk in. And normally, I would have said something. I would have said, whoa. Are you okay? Ma'am, you can be a little bit more patient. But the food was so good. I just took it. I took the catch. I said, yes, ma'am, here's my money. I'll sit down. Because the food was that good. And there was an ongoing joke because, and this is something, again, that we talk about, depending on the restaurant, if you go to a restaurant and the food is delicious, and again, she really wasn't a mean person. That's the thing. She wasn't a mean person. She was just very frank and very direct. She wasn't rude. Now it came off as rude, again, in American culture, right? But she really wasn't a rude or mean person. She was just about business. What do you want? Here's the price. I'm going to make it. That's all it was. But she wasn't a bad person. Again, there was the catch. It just came off as if she were rude. I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back because the food is good. And again, I knew that she was not a mean person. My mom worked with her. I knew she was nice. It just came off a little bit different. It just came off in a different way. But when I tell you, I went back there faithfully. I bought that roti. I said, and I learned. I would then walk in. I have no questions at all. I see the menu. I see what I want. Here's my money. I'm sitting down. And then I'm getting my roti. Mouth just watering. Oh, that thing was so good. So maybe there might be something that you also enjoy. And maybe the person that owns the place might not be as happy as you. Just smile, pay your money, and take your food. I hope you enjoyed this story. I'll talk to you in the next one.